welcome to Coding After Work.
It's time again.
It is.
It's Thursday.
It is. Such much fun. Such much fun. My brain broke. That's what happened. And actually, not only my brain, but your computer green screened or blue screened. Is it blue nowadays?
So
I think it was blue.
apparently,
You got the sad face.
apparently I'm running not a preview because a preview would be green screen.
Yeah. So, okay. So
Maybe
you,
that's
you
the
got
problem.
a sad face
I got
screen.
a sad face. Yep.
Just as
Sad
we
face
were
screen.
going live. So I'm going to try to do the intro today. See how that goes
let's
with
see
my
how-
half of a brain.
With your half of a brain.
Well, apparently it's not working completely today, but hey.
All right. Let's see if we can get your computer.
It is my computer.
That could be your computer.
It is. It is. No sad faces here. Or blue or green screens for that matter. Actually, I think I would get a blue screen because I do not do previews on this one. And we are on DevSum's webpage. DevSum is a tech conference, which you are speaking at.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about Blazor and Bluetooth.
Lots of gadgets.
Lots of gadgets, even some new gadgets that I've never presented with before.
Yeah.
So yes, as presenters, or as I should say, as actors. No, I'm an actor. I'm not as me. Actors know that you should never work with children or animals because they're unpredictable.
Right.
Same thing goes with speakers because you should never rely on internet and you should never ever bring Bluetooth gadgets to a presentation.
Yeah, that's true.
Because let's say there are like 2,000 attendees. Everyone has at least one Bluetooth device.
Yeah.
Many have more.
Exactly.
And this is what I'm going to work with.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Why not?
It's going to be kind of
the-
fun.
Hello,
Hi.
Nick, the first one. You are the first one in chat room. Look at that.
No pressure with that name.
Suitable name, exactly. We actually do have a discount code for this conference as well,
Yes.
don't we?
Let me add that to the chat.
You
here.
aimed for that. Good for you.
So-
You made it.
If you use DevSum15, you will get 15% off.
That's good. That's good. And speaking about conferences, there's another one coming up.
There is another one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one.
And there you are speaking.
I am. But UX? Who knew? Who knew? And this will be a lot of fun. It's been ages since we were out meeting people. Is it online? Nick, the first one wonders. No, I don't think it is. I think it is in person. They did have a hybrid one of the
Yeah.
COVID years.
And I think I'm not sure about
Let's go with about.
I'm not sure about DevSum. They did have an online version, but that was online all
This
the
is
way.
in Stockholm.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if DevSum records the sessions.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But NDC London does record,
As far as we know.
as far as we know. At least there's a video camera.
Yeah.
That much we do know. Yeah, Lee, look at that. I know
Hey.
that person.
You're on the front page.
Well, yeah, I'm looking forward to this one, especially meeting up with a lot of speaker friends and attendee friends and what have you. And it's been a while since we were in London. Last time we were also speaking at NDC, I
Yeah.
think. But it's been a couple of years now, so we're running out of everything American and British at home. Because no travel. And we might actually try to find some new podcast guests here as well. So if you find anyone you would like us to talk to on a podcast, just let us know.
Mm-hmm. And we got sponsors.
We got sponsors. We got Telerik, Progress Telerik with over 95 truly native Blazor UI components.
I believe they released a new version or a new release just a couple of days ago with
even more?
at least one more component, I believe.
Oh, nice, nice. And I was, look at that. New Blazor components are added every 6 weeks. So they will break 100 any day now, or any week now. And I really like their support.
Yeah.
Not only the support of our channel, but also the support if you run into issues.
Yeah.
Because they are very fast to respond, and you get to talk to the actual developers directly, which is awesome. And someone who's looking for developers is the insurance company If, who's also a sponsor. Really good place to work at, as far as we know. We have a couple of friends who works there. So make sure to check those out if you are looking for new opportunities.
Yep.
That's it. That's the intro.
Great.
Did I do okay?
I think you did it awesomely.
Yeah. Remember how I said
Perfect.
I only had half a brain today? Yeah. You know where my power for my computer is?
Downstairs?
Downstairs. That is
Alright.
correct.
So do you have enough power?
I think I have for a while.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I have 33%, so we never know.
So I'm guessing that you are starting this episode off, or this stream off.
I'm guessing we are changing the. Well, I could just go down and get it. It's not a big of a deal. So we should really start at GitHub, shouldn't we?
Should we?
Shouldn't we make out
I don't
what
know.
to do?
Oh, maybe
and
we
do
could
a
do that.
plan
We could do that. Make a
That's-
plan.
I like planning. Okay.
Could almost tell.
Yeah. I want
Let's,
structure and order and
Let me
things.
bring up the.
So we switched project, and while doing so, we also switched from Azure DevOps to GitHub.
Yes.
And so far, I'm not hating it, but we have not yet to actually
The
use
night
it.
is still young.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
GitHub and I have a hate relationship so far, but it's been a couple of years. Well, it's been a lot of years, so it's probably just a me problem. So we'll see.
So last time I used a lot of. This is something I did earlier because this is a project that I've been working on for. Well, I haven't been working on it for many years, but I started off many years ago.
Yeah.
And, well, as many of my projects, I left it alone for a while.
It had to mature.
Marinate.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So
Welcome.
I did a couple of things. I brought that in. I took all of that goodness into this project.
May I just go in here? What broke your trust with GitHub? It's not as much trust as, and to be honest, it was GitHub instead of using TFS, because this was back when Azure DevOps was called TFS and was something you could do in Visual Studio, and you could not GitHub stuff in Visual Studio. And I don't like some of their vocabulary. Why are we calling it issues when it's a new feature? I don't have an issue with this. I don't know. So again, it's a me problem.
And I might be a little bit responsible because I redesigned our blog and I just said, yeah, you can just check it in, just use GitHub or Git and get everything done.
And I knew nothing. So I needed to bring stuff down, and it was push and commit and swirl, and I don't know. Swirl is probably not one of the things GitHub does.
I'm pretty sure it's an us problem rather than
mostly me.
Yeah,
You use GitHub now.
For open source.
Yeah. See?
So let's bring in let's back up.
Do you also only have half a brain today?
Yes, I have a little bit of a migraine and I have a lot of lights shining in my face. So what I've done since last time is that I went through I have a little bit of a back end working with getting all the call for papers. Maybe we should back up a little bit further. This site is for call for paper or call for content or call for a speaker.
And just to find a conference near you if you're an attendee.
So looking at all of these different sites, there's a lot of call for paper sites.
Yeah.
I noticed yesterday that I can't even speak today. Sessionize has a new feature where where you can find speaking opportunities, kind of tailored
within
for
your
you.
field and stuff like that.
So there's a lot of sites where you can find this information, but Sessionize obviously only has Sessionize.
While you're struggling with that, I'm going to pop down and get my power because I'm down to 27 now. I can't pull that out without
True, so I'm going to mute everything here.
Yeah. Sorry.
So there's a lot of sites that you can get call for paper, but there's not a lot of sites where you can just find a great conference. And then we have the third user category, and that's for organizers to find the best possible date to have a conference. Jessica and I are organizers of conferences, we are speakers, and we attend a lot of conferences. So this is all based from a need. We need this kind of site. So what I did back in the day, I screen scraped Sessionize. There's a couple of other sites joined in, I believe one is called, and Tech is another one. And there's a lot of sites like these. And the goal of it all is to get as many sites into the flow as possible. So we're doing this with Blazor, we're doing this with RavenDB, and trying to build it from scratch, basically, even though I got a little bit of help to begin with, since I've done this, preparing this beforehand. So, are you ready? Yeah. Right, let me mute here. There we go. Ready.
Sorry about that. Also, the reason we're muting is because you shouldn't get a horrible sound.
Hopefully, we avoided that.
Yeah.
So I did a couple of things not on stream.
Mm-hmm.
So I went through, I added joined in, I added comms tech because we didn't have those last stream.
As a supplier of
exactly, and it's not it's not that fun to watch me look at this value. No, I'm gonna change that, and
it's not. Trust me.
That code is actually not checked in yet because I had a little bit of trouble with not doxing myself. And I also added a fourth provider. I'm gonna rewrite all of that because I'm not
Baby
happy
steps.
with the code right now. But I added another provider that checks whether or not we have a latitude or longitude, and if there is a venue, and if that venue is not online. And then it's going to go to Bing and
if it's
try to get
online.
if
it's
not
online, right?
Try and get that longitude and latitude and populate country and city if possible. Because from Sessionize, for example, we have a venue and it's going to say
Folkets hus. Which
Stockholm,
DevSum is in.
Yeah, Stockholm, Sweden.
Yep.
And there's no great way to positively know that Sweden is the country is the last one, the city is the next to last one.
Yeah,
so,
they could write it the other way around.
Yeah. So that I've done that, and I also did, so last stream we got a lot of really great feedback. I'm really happy with that.
We did.
So I did change a couple of things in the conference file. So one of the things was...
Can you enlarge a little?
I can.
Thank
There
you.
we go. One of the things was, are we storing longitude and latitude as strings?
Right.
No, we're not. We're storing them as a double now.
Yeah, we changed that. Great feedback.
Yeah, and I'm honestly not sure if double is the right
but we
data
changed
type.
it.
Yeah, we did. I actually checked with RavenDB and checked a sample that they were using, and they used double. So I thought that, hey, let's do that.
At least it's compatible with our database.
Yes. I added Twitter because I saw that there were some providers able to give us Twitter handles. I added a code of conduct URL because that's really important. I don't remember if I had online, but I added is online. I also added tags because some of the providers has tags. And I'm thinking that we can add this kind of functionality as we go along. I also added the added address information and default that to false because I want to be able to say that if I ran the location search with Bing and I didn't get a result for any reason, could be that the venue address was wrongly inputted or couldn't find anything or whatever reason, I would be able to say, hey, I added address information, but I don't have that information, basically.
Oh, I like numeric types, but there's a tiny risk of web scraping. Some less than smart person could do georeferencing in minutes and seconds.
Yeah. And I also added, let's see here. Yeah, I changed these to date only because we don't have a time for those.
Right. That was also a chat recommendation.
Yeah. So I wanted, actually forgot to fix those things last stream, but since I still remember them, I just, hey, maybe I should just try and
While you remember.
That. Yeah, exactly. So if we just, let's pop into our database. And if you haven't used Raven before, just a reminder, they're using certificates. So I don't have to log in. I don't have to have a username or password or anything like that. I just select my certificate and boom, I'm logged in.
I want that for all my passwords because me and passwords, you know, if you thought me and GitHub was bad.
So we have almost 6,000 conferences in the system.
Nice.
To be fair, not a lot of them are in the future.
Yeah.
Because I thought that, hey, you know what? Let's just import as much as we can.
So we have data.
Yeah, and we can remove the data later on, but we have it. It's in here.
Now I have a question because you talked about tags. They have tags, but they also have one level above that. What's that called? It's not called tags, maybe industry or type or something like that. So you can say it's within the category of IT. And then there's other categories.
Yeah.
Can we check for that as well? I will say, though, that it's a semi-new feature, so I'm not sure that you get to actually click that when you do a conference, when you organize a conference. So I'm not sure if it's like a mandatory thing.
So you're talking about the settings on Sessionize.
Yeah, so if I go to my speaker profile, I can put in, where is it? They have, where is it? There, area of expertise, they call it. So do you do we have anything similar to that? Like area or topic?
Short answer, no.
Okay. So basically, this could be all medical conferences.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So we need to rely heavy on the topics then, the tags.
Sessionize is mostly, I believe, tech conferences.
Yeah, they have like 6 areas. So apparently not.
So apparently we need to.
Well, I just saw this the other day.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
but if we are relying on the topics, or as they call it here, tags, I think we can still sort things out, because even if I sort out all IT conferences, I don't want maybe to go to a Java conference that day. Maybe I want to go to a JavaScript conference or something.
So for now, at this moment, we don't have any tags for sessionized conferences because they're not showing that off anywhere.
Okay.
So my plan is to build this, make it work, make it look good, or actually my plan is that you would make it look good.
No pressure.
And go to Sessionize and say, hey, can we get this information in any other way than scraping your pages? Because I know they have APIs,
Yeah.
but they don't have open APIs. So you need to have one API or one key for every single conference. And I'm not interested in speakers and all of that. I just want to be able to get the dates, basically, dates and names.
That's the backend developer in you shining. Yeah. So a little bit, you showed your colors a little bit there.
So we got about
almost 6,000.
6,000.
That's
so
a lot.
let's take a look. Let's check the data. Where? Let's see. It's event date, I believe. Event start.
Or event end.
Start. Larger than. I have no idea how to type in date now or whatever.
Oh,
so
right.
let's go with today.
Nick, the first one says, I am exactly the same way. Don't worry. I want to learn front end, but it's really deep in the backlog. Yes, it usually is. As long as it's user friendly, that should be a higher priority than looking good, because people who feel that your stuff just works will automatically feel that it is more beautiful, which is insane, but our brains works like that.
So what I found this week is that turning on your I don't want to say OCD, but developer has as
You're nitpicking?
Nitpicking, yes, my nitpicking. Turning that up to 11 is really helpful, because I looked through a page that we have at work, and it was like, okay, I'm just give it time, go through it from the top, and you ask yourself for every single element there, should this be here?
Yeah.
Does this give me any data? Does this provide me with anything I need at this point? And doing that, there was like really big fields with
that made no sense.
It was empty text boxes,
like
with
the full screen width.
Yeah.
And also some of them weren't even active, so you couldn't even click in it.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
So just ask yourself every single thing. Do we need this? Do we need this?
Yeah.
Do we need this?
Or is it clear?
Yeah. And in the end, let's say that the whole page was this big.
It was taller.
Yeah, but let's.
Yeah, but the camera will stop.
Yeah. So let's say it was this big. I ended up with a page that was 1/3 maybe of the size, containing
so
the
much
same
easier.
information.
And so much easier to use. Again, it looked the same, but it felt sleeker and more beautiful, or whatever you want to call it.
Right. So I'm searching for events that has not yet started, basically.
Well, that makes sense.
So let's
Unless we
scroll
have a
down
TARDIS and
here.
can go back
Let's
in time.
take a look here. We got a lot of Azure stuff here.
Oh, it's probably the global Azure
Yeah.
thingy.
There's it was a little bit more than a little bit more than 500 events
Oh, that's
in the future.
Yeah, okay. So 5,500 is history.
Yes.
Or iffy data.
Yeah.
More likely.
Ignite Summit. Nice. Didn't know that was going on. But there, as you can see, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Let's see if we can. Let's check DevSum. Start. Starts. Can I have help, please?
No
Name.
intelligence for you.
Maybe I need to. Actually, it's supposed to be like this. Starts with. There we go. If I do it correctly.
Then you get help.
DevSum. There we go. So as you can see, it's not really SQL syntax. This is some kind of, I think it's like kind of like a link variant or something like that. I really like it, to be honest. All right, so we have DevSum 19, 20, 21, and 22.
Yeah, so I know why. As a speaker, in Sessionize, which is one of these providers, no, as a organizer, you can accept or reject or just leave the speakers be, and DevSum usually just leaves it be. So you are in limbo for like 3-4 years. Well, obviously since 19 here. That's why you can still find them, because they haven't closed the event yet.
Actually, we're getting all the events that's ever created.
Is that all? There've only been 6,000 events on... Wow. I would expect more.
So we got a little bit of information. We have an image up here. We got a description. Now, the description is something that I am extremely unhappy with.
Why?
Because the way I'm parsing the description is really awful.
Okay.
So there's a little bit of description on one side and a little bit of description on the other side. And figuring out how to get that data is basically impossible. So I'm doing like, I'm getting all the P tags on the page. And I don't remember what conference it was. I think it was NDC actually. It had a UL, an unordered list, which would not be picked up by that,
right,
for example.
because it wasn't a P.
Exactly. But I figured that I'm fine with that because I don't want to show the description. I want to use the description to collect data, perhaps.
Yeah.
But the description, you should go to Sessionize or to join in.
Because that is very important to us. This is not, we don't want to steal the traffic. We want to distribute the traffic back to the actual organizers and the pages like Sessionize and the others you mentioned in the beginning. We just want one. I want to check one place, not 15, and then go there.
So in this case, we have added address information, longitude and latitude.
Yeah.
We have
no Twitter.
No Twitter because...
oh, and there we get the answer. Is it online? No. Okay, it's not marked as an online conference.
So the way that we know that whether or not it's online is if the venue is online in the case of Sessionize.
Okay, interesting.
So yeah.
Wouldn't all that be in a div or something? With a class and ID?
It is inside of a div, but so is kind of everything else.
Oh, right. All right. So you want a part of a segment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sure
that's why
possible.
We want the API.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure it's possible if you put a little bit more time into it. But for now, I thought that, hey, you know what? Just leave the description. We're
it's
not going to show
important.
that one.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not the most important part.
There's
this one.
other kinds of information on Sessionize, for example, whether or not you get a free ticket to the conference. Not all conferences
Oh,
do
right.
that.
Travel and expenses.
Exactly, hotel and,
yeah.
and stuff like that. That information we don't have at this point.
No.
And the nice thing,
and it's also not mandatory when you set up the conference as an organizer. Some of it you need to fill in, and some of it you don't.
Yeah.
And that's why we cannot depend on everything for everything.
All right. Let's pop back to GitHub. And so last project we did was on Azure DevOps, as you mentioned. But here we have something called projects. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit. I hope that works. And here we have projects beta. And that is
of course,
the
you
one
signed
we're
up
gonna,
for that one.
Yep.
Yep.
So we're going to go to the Coding After Work organization, create a new project. So we have two different. We have a new project, Kanban style project board, and we have one with beta. So that
doesn't matter what it contains. You will go with the beta.
Yep.
That is.
So this one, we can plan and track work across repositories, so multiple
nice.
repositories.
Which is what we want in the end for some of these
at
projects.
least for Coding After Work, that would make sense.
Yeah.
So let's create a new project. And we're going to name this. Let's name it Coding After Work. No, Work. There we go.
Coding After Wookie.
So here we can add, I'm in no means an expert.
No.
I've basically just seen it. So basically what you can do is that you can add items.
I like when we call them items.
Those items can be converted into issues.
Oh.
If we want to.
CAW for shorts. Yeah, sometimes we usually do that, but for some reason, like a third of all people read cow. Don't understand, but yeah.
So what are we doing? What do we want to do? Well, we want to add a. So we did a speaker page where we were listing conferences from a speaker perspective.
Yes.
They call for content in this case. So we want to add a organizer page. This is just really high level at this point.
Yeah, but it's something that you need to check. Especially now, it's a lot of us organizers need to check for if we are doing IRL conferences again. Are the dates moved? Do we is everybody doing in July, or do we need to move around? And that's really helpful to know if we can search for in our area around these months.
We need to add an attendee page. We need to add. Can I change this? I made an oopsie.
You made an oopsie? You have an issue?
Organizer. There we go. And as you can see here, so from what I understand is that everything is super versatile. It's not a Scrum board. It's not a Kanban or whatever. You can add whatever field you need. You can add more new fields.
No, you can't because I'm in the way.
You can add new fields, you can add other repositories, milestones, or whatever you need to this
So I could
list.
do full Scrum if I want to, if I set it up right.
Theoretically, yes.
Okay.
And we can also go like where's that? Is it up here? Here we go. You can group it, so we can group it on milestone or repository or status.
Who's taking stuff I need to do, stuff you need to do.
So there's a lot of or
good.
in our case maybe sprint would be or stream would be a good
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, stream is much better than sprint because 90-minute sprints.
Unheard of. So what else? We need to figure out a color palette.
Yes.
What?
Yes. At least I think so. It's the Swede in me has issue with this word because it's similar, but one uses two L's and the other doesn't, and then we have the E at the end, and yeah.
We
always
need
gets me.
colors.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a little bit too zoomed in, I think. There we go. We obviously need to work on this, add even more stuff.
Yeah. But it's a good start.
It's a good start.
So far, I actually like it. This is going to sound. Please don't clip it. But so far, this feels less mucking about than Azure DevOps did. I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe we have a new fan here.
I don't know. They do have awesome stickers, so.
The only thing that I don't like is, for example, let's.
Well, I do not agree with the name, but that's.
Yeah, but let's say that let's start with figuring out the color palette. So I will go into the color palette, and I can convert it to an issue.
It's not an issue. That's what I don't like about this. It's not an issue.
So I'm going to convert it to an issue because the board seems to be more like just a planning tool. I have an idea.
Okay.
And then we are going to, all right, now we need to do something about it. And we're going to convert it to an issue in the NextTechEvent branch. Repository. So now we have a green light here. So this is just idea.
So
and
we're
now
green lighting things. So this is just our brainstorming.
Yeah.
For now. Okay.
Can I move stuff? Can I? No. Oh, there we go. I can move it around. So now, if I go into, let's see here.
No, somewhat. Did you? It's not clickable for me right now, but did you?
So here, now in NextTechEvent, in that repo, we have an issue, figure out a color palette.
Oh, it's also said who opened that issue. Why are we calling it issue? Oh, it rubs me the wrong way. Don't clip it. Oops, too late. Yep.
So apparently,
if you're typing anything, we're.
I am.
I have probably. It's probably something I did not click in the email
so I think
invite
you need
or
to,
something. Yeah.
So for now, I'm gonna get all the points, all the achievements to me.
That's okay.
So let's. Should we go over to your computer?
Sure.
And
Let's
get a palette, get some colors.
Yeah. So, Jimmy. There's this place called Envato Elements, not sponsored, by the way. Hint, nudge, nudge. That we use for everything. They have templates. They have stock photos. They have, basically everything. But they also have HTML templates. And you were browsing that because that's something you do.
Yeah, I wanted some kind of inspiration. Yeah.
So you send me this one. That's your inspiration.
Yep.
So I grabbed a screenshot of that page because you can in color.adobe.com, which is just one of the places where you can do color palettes.
Do you know where you can do color palettes as well?
Where?
Canva.
Oh, that's
you can do a branding profile on Canva. So I use Canva for everything. I love Canva.
Yeah, I haven't used it, so I don't know.
It's kind of like Photoshop, but in space.
That reference is, I mean, that's from Caprica, the TV series Caprica, where one of the leads were saying, talking about how it was recording
Caprica is a planet.
Yeah, but it was
remember.
how it was to record, like, she was basically an alien on that planet and in space and sci-fi, and they said, well, it's kind of like Earth, but it's space.
Yeah, Caprica is a little bit like Earth, but it's space.
So that's the reference. Okay, so stop it, my computer. There we go. I need to figure out how to remove that weather thingy down
Okay,
here.
so the first usage of issue is something worthy of discuss/debate, okay? The rest of the definition suggests concern or the issuing of documents. English is pain.
Oh,
Okay.
issuing of documents. I like it. Now I feel a little bit better.
Well, we talked about that last stream, and maybe it's because we don't have English as a first language that we have a problem with it. We have an issue with the issue.
Yeah, I hear a problem, but we might as well be an issuer.
Yeah.
Okay,
I still like product backlog item.
Well, item is for me. I like Scrum, so item would be good. But yeah, I'm leaning more towards accepting. Sorry, we're on every Thursday and Tuesday, and also live, and it's a holiday this week for most Swedes. I don't know how it is in the rest of Europe, actually.
Now, fun fact. We do have a YouTube channel, so if you're not following us there, you can always check our episodes.
Nice segue, nice segue. Okay, so I uploaded the image here, the screenshot, and it will extract a theme for me.
Oh, really?
Did you not just watch me do this?
I didn't. Well, I thought you did some work.
No.
Not like just magic.
It is magic. But look at this. Let me zoom in just a little bit because it's tiny. Okay, so it's extracted some colors. Of course, some of them is not what we're going to use, but it's still, like this brown is actually not part of it. It's part of the building and stuff like that. But I know what you will like about this. There's different settings. We can do it bright. We can do muted. We can do deep. Or we can do your favorite.
Can we make it? Oh, yes.
This is probably more like what I had in mind. So I'm thinking, let's take this yellow, which was the inspiration.
Nobody calls me yellow.
And let's do a, can I import this into my, because I don't want the blue. Let's go to the color wheel.
The blue? Do we have a blue?
Look at that. I got to keep it in You're on fire today, Fuglesnabel. It is. And you know it. And you know it.
Nice Clint Eastwood quote there.
Okay, so we have the yellow hair. I would like it to be a little bit darker. So let's just do that. Because I want it to pop a little bit. And
it felt a little bit when Mom and Dad was fighting.
Sorry. So this is now our base color, because I pressed that little magic triangle, and now we can get help again. And they have added options here as well. I don't think Canva has that.
Take your Canva and shove. No.
But I don't want the whole page to be. I mean, it is Easter, but come on. But they've added a few options here that we will by no means use.
But what's
The only thing that's not changing is my base color.
okay? Yeah.
So look at this color D with a little triangle. Everything else
got it.
changes. Yeah. So it just suggests other stuff. But I do actually like this dark brown. Maybe we can do it a little bit darker instead of using black or near black. So I don't like to use completely black and completely white because that will mess with the contrast. It's a little bit too contrasty.
Is this the new LCH color thing?
LCH color thing.
I don't know what an LCH color thing is.
No, and I only have half a brain today, so you're on your own.
Low calorie.
Okay.
No?
Okay. I'm going to make this brown a little
Low calorie,
darker.
high what?
High color. Low calorie, high color. Okay, so I just I took the same brown, but I made it a little bit darker. So let's check for contrast. And since I know
LCH is apparently a new color standard that will allow us to access more color offered by OLEDs. I did not know that.
luminance, chroma, and hue. Oh, okay. Let's see if they
like
have
it.
the color mode, because this is RGB. No, they do not have that.
Yep, Canva probably has it.
Okay, so back to the colors. Since I know that this feature in Adobe does not, the contrast checker and accessibility tools will not bring the colors over. I will do it for them and do it manually so I don't forget these colors.
So what are you thinking? Let's maybe I'm
You going ahead of yourself?
perhaps, or ahead of you maybe.
Yeah.
So what are you thinking? Dark background. Are you thinking
Yeah,
the
I think
brown
that's,
as the
yeah.
Okay.
This is I want this to be instead of the black or near black. Usually I use a very, very dark gray, which is near black, instead of black, because if you put a white or near white text on that and you look away, you will see the little letters bouncing around.
That is exactly my experience when I connected the ring light.
Yeah, if you look
stream.
directly into the light, you have no one else to blame but yourself. I'm sorry.
I had white dots for a week, I think.
It hasn't even been a week. It
Exactly.
was
They're still there.
No, I'm thinking the yellow we should only use as an accent color. So only in some places. And if we're only using it in some places, we should actually check this for AAA, which is the heightened accessibility contrast recommendation. If we're only using this for like graphics or headers and stuff like that, we can go as low as, I think, 7 to 1 in the contrast ratio. And this is 10.
Is 10
10 is better.
10 is
21
better. Okay.
is the maximum. So white on
That's
black
arbitrary,
and black on
but
white.
okay.
That's the way it works. It's from 1 to 1 to
Pick a
21
number. Pick a
to
number.
20.
Well, I was in Vegas last week. 21.
Yeah, something like that. So if we read here, we actually pass if we have text as well. But again, I want to have even more contrast, because just barely scraping by isn't good enough. So we need some sort of near white color as well. So let's do white. Can we do it like this? Can we take that one? And no, that won't be good, won't it? No. I thought maybe we could just lighten that up, but we cannot. Let's do... Why am I always doing the other way around with colors? No, it took away all my colors.
No.
But I have them. Oh, it's because I'm on shades. Don't do that. Pro tip. because they will remove your colors. Make sure you are in custom mode. There we go. Otherwise, they will mess you up. Should we?
So that brown color, as you describe it, looks kinda black to me.
Yeah, but it's not. I will show you.
Don't have a problem with that. Don't get me wrong.
Just looks green. Let's change the red as well and see if we can get it a little bit warmer. Let's try this because I think I should be able to... Do I need to save that first? Let's just call it NextTechEvent.
So is color, is that a free tool?
Yes, it is. But if you want to save stuff, you need to log in.
Okay,
but you can
free.
have a free account for that. I think we can now go to my libraries. Come on. Or we cannot. And we go to NextTechEvents because now we can see it in full screen. Where is my full screen? This is not the full screen. Before.
Oh, look at that. Copy as CSS. Oh my God.
You see, this is not completely black. It has a hint of brown.
It absolutely looks completely black, but I don't have a problem with that. I'm fine with that.
That's good. And this, I think, will work both as a background or as an overlay on top of a photography. A photography? A photo. Yeah. But we need to check the accessibility of that as well. Now, the grays, I don't have I don't know. We only have 3 colors right now, but we need to check for...
Starting off with 3 colors.
Yeah.
Got it.
So we have the light, we have the dark, and we have an accent color. Because I think this page shouldn't grab too much focus from the content, because the content is the most important thing here. It's a good way to start to have a light color, dark color, a base color, and a contrast. But for our contrast, we're using the yellow, and the base is either the dark or the light, depending on if we switch them around. We did not find any conflicts when it comes to colors, but the Tritantopia, they will read as some salmon color instead, but I'm fine with that. And the contrast checker we already did, so we're fine with these. This is what I mean. That's why I copied the colors.
That's odd.
If I go into the contrast checker, it will not bring my colors over. Did we lose? No, we saved it. Okay, so do you want the colors, or how do you want to do that?
Yeah. I think that's the easiest way, but
Look at that, we get all the color codes.
The coolest one would be copying as CSS.
Let's try it.
But you need to get it over to me somehow.
I can do that. Depending on what computer, I can put it on that computer.
Yeah, sure.
And I'm pointing to our streaming computer. Let's do that.
What is up with all of those? Okay.
And let's go into streams. Well, you can start take over.
I need to go over and find your
it's
awesome
still
file.
It's still not. It's loading. There we go. And what date is it today? We don't have a folder.
Nope.
No? Okay, so...
Okay, I can switch over to my computer. There we go.
There, and I'll call that one colors. So we're only using 3 of the colors
What
for now.
did you do? I didn't... oh, you created a folder,
yes.
right?
And
Colors.
there you go. Let's see if we can use that. Oh, you even get the CSS in different. You get RGBA, and you get.
That's the thing. Okay, we're gonna do
whatever.
We're gonna get these ones.
That's nice.
Okay, let's pop in here. So this is not my area of expertise. But I'm thinking...
Oh, Stacy have a new color scheme for her site. That's great. Awesome. Yeah, there's so many cool tools out there.
So I'm thinking, by default, we're gonna get Bootstrap and all of that stuff in a Blazor project, and that we have that right now. But I'm thinking, should we just yank that stuff out of there?
I'm not a fan of Bootstrap because I've had issues.
Let's try and just yank it out. There we go.
I'm not a huge fan because I need to look through 22,000 rows of code to find that one place to switch the color. If you don't use it correctly, of course.
Where I'm supposed... There it is. Layout.
Which I don't.
So I'm going to remove Bootstrap. We're going to keep the site
Yes,
CSS.
you missed that. Jimmy changed to date only, and there was a few other suggestions. What was that? Not string anymore for longitude and latitude.
Yes.
We're using a double. So all of that good stuff we got suggested last time. So thank you for that.
All right, so we got colors.
Yes, but we're probably not using 1 and 5.
1
Who
and
is
5.
that? The name? Okay.
Ba, 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 ba.
Oh no! You weren't supposed to sing on stream again.
I'm sorry.
I think we even got a question from Tyndall. Look at that. Will I get more of Jimmy's humming singing this time? Apparently, yes.
So this one seems white to me.
Yes, it is the near white.
So that would be...
Light.
Light.
Yes.
This one seems, I would guess, yellow.
I would seem... yes, accent color. Look at
Like
that.
that. And this one is going to be dark.
Awesome.
Dum, 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 dum. Actually, we are going to name them like this because reasons.
Now you will be a copy striker. You're not allowed to hum stuff like that.
Okay, so let's take a look at what we have done. What did I break?
I don't know.
I
What
must
did you
break you. What movie? What?
No, I just told you my brain isn't working today. It's the boxing Ivan Drago Rocky 4.
Yes.
See?
You got
I
it.
just needed some time to process because my CPU is overworked.
Yeah, so this is what we got.
Awesome. I see none of the colors.
I'm going to go into the layout here. Let's see, we got a body, that's fine. Got a render body, that's fine. There's no layout, anything in there. I'm gonna pop into the main layout. Here we got a little bit more stuff. We're gonna remove everything here, everything here. We don't want a side menu.
No.
I would argue that we don't want this either. Just gonna do it like that because we're gonna redo everything anyway. So let's keep it really simple.
I like simple. Sticky key.
There we go. Clean this up. Like that.
Oh, we have another one. The chompers shouldn't be here. This makes no sense. This episode was badly written. Which movie?
I don't know.
Me neither.
I don't know.
I only know the ones you drill into my head.
Look at that.
Yeah,
looks
we
nice.
have the near... maybe we should warm that up a little. Is it a little bit too cold, that white?
We have absolutely no colors.
Oh, you
that we
haven't...
picked yet.
Okay, there you go. Then I'm happy. I'm still satisfied with the colors. Because that's the thing, when you actually try it out on a page,
Yeah.
it is so different from what you thought.
So let's let's go background color.
Oh, Galaxy Quest!
Ah, that was
Yes,
so long ago.
I love that one. It felt, especially at the time, so much more Star Trek than the Star Trek Discovery series that came out around the same time. You got so much Star Trek feel in that, and it was hilarious. I love it.
So why isn't this?
It is the one, right? The series, or is? Oh, is it the movie? Oh my gosh, what's the series?
I just thought I wouldn't say anything.
What's the series called? You're just letting me look like a fool. What's the other series with Seth MacFarlane or whatever his name is?
Blanking.
Galaxy Quest. No, that's Orville. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Stacy. Yes, exactly. Orville is great too. Yeah, Galaxy Quest. Yeah, now I know. That was fun as well, but I prefer Orville. I was over the
now
moon.
we have the dark color.
I would say the contrast is a bit off.
You check the contrast.
You didn't use all the colors.
So do you remember the syntax for variables in CSS?
Semicolon, semicolon, I think.
So we should check the other code. Is that what you're saying?
You can do that.
Can get the dark theme and all of that goodness at the same time here. So this is where we had our old code, or the code from last time.
This is the DevOps.
Let's see, where did we put it? Did we put it here? I think you put it here. Site. Here we go.
Oh, right. It's supposed to be in the root. There we go. But
So
we should go
this.
through that because there was some iffy naming going on.
Oh, we're not going to use it as is. So we're going to put these ones in here, and I want to go back, and I need to figure out that one. There we go.
Yeah, and you need to put the CSS in the root.
Right. Okay, so we got... let's see what we're going to do here. So I have a vision how I would love to have the first page. Let's face it, it's not going to be like that forever, but I have a little bit of a vision. So I want to say that. So we've got a background here. I'm going to paste that one in here. So the background is going to be the... actually, this is going to be the background. So for the background for the dark theme is going to be the dark color.
And the font color you should change to the light color. And the
font color would be the light color. Yeah. And in the other way around, that would be that, like that. We're going to remove all of that. There we go. We're just going to have light and dark for now.
And you need to scroll up.
What did I do? I forgot to, let's see, the font color would be this one.
Yes.
There we go.
There we go.
All right.
And now we're doing that in the media query. If it's a dark theme, they will switch.
Yes.
I like media queries.
We get that just out of the box.
Yeah, that's... I like
we also have the accent color. So let's name that accent.
Yes, because that should probably be the same. Oh, I didn't check that contrast. Let me do that while you are doing stuff.
Like that. So we can remove all of those colors for now. There we go. And let's assume that we're going to have the same accent color for that one as well. Now we can go to the HTML and body and simply bring in the background. So we're using the background color that was specified up here. And I also want to have the font color. So color, we want to have, let's see, copy that one over here. And we're going to call that, what did I call it? Font color. That makes total sense. Or actually, you called it font color.
Yeah.
Font
Well, all my namings aren't that good.
color, like that. So
like the transparency color.
And
okay, so we can't really use the yellow on the near white background. So I need to fix a dark accent and a light accent, I think.
Okay.
Because it is
There we go.
totally failing. See? It's not black. And it's not completely white, so you won't have too many dots afterwards.
So I'm not a fan of the font.
Okay.
I kind of like, so I want to have a...
You want to go.
I want to go.
Yeah.
But I don't want to use Sigo.
No.
So what is the closest thing to Sigo without
that
being
would
Sigo?
Probably be Helvetica. Maybe just a out-of-a-box open sans, but we had some issues with that one, right?
No, I don't think so. So that would be open.
I think we had
sans.
issues with that
Okay.
last time.
Let's check
Comic
the...
Sans, yes! I actually have that. I shouldn't say that on stream. I actually have an example of Comic Sans in my UX classes.
Let's bring in the same fonts that we
Because
used.
it gets so much crap from all other fonts. So I need to help it a little.
For some reason, my Control S isn't working anymore, so that's why.
Oh, you had that issue
sometimes
before.
it happens. All right, like that. So I'm thinking that what I want to do is I want to add a accent. Let's see here. I want to grab my variable accent. I want that to be the color of links.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
But again, you need to remember that we are doing a light accent and a dark accent. So before you go all coding all of it, you should change the name of that because this is the dark theme accent you are putting in and it does not work on the light.
Yeah, but then we're going to switch the color on the accent, right?
Yes, exactly like we do with the font.
Yes,
and
exactly. So I don't have to have a light accent. I still can use the variable accent.
Again, brain. Yeah, that is I don't know what I was thinking.
All right, so let's pop into our amazing index page. I'm gonna write, this is site 4.
I heard that Comic Sans is pretty readable if you're dyslexic. Yes, there has been a bunch of studies shown that it's not Comic Sans per se, but in general, sans serifs is a little bit more readable for anyone who is learning to read, like kids and stuff, and also if you're dyslexic. But there are specific fonts for dyslexic people. But again, it's, if you prove something, you also disprove it in the next sentence. It works for somebody, some people, but not for all. But in general, anything that is sans serif will work. So yeah, technically you're right. Comic Sans is awesome.
I wonder if they thought about that when they designed Comic Sans.
Well, I think for comics, they were, at least in the beginning, I think, aimed for children. And if you are in that age when you're learning to read or just getting better at reading, I think it's actually some truth to that. Otherwise, they would just use Times New Roman or whatever they're using in books.
So why isn't that picking up the font color? I'm looking at the wrong place, that's why. We got an A tag. It's using the color. Let's remove that one.
How do I get a yellow to work on a white background? That's a humongous typeface or font.
What is the... I always forget how to remove the underline. Is that decoration something? Link.
Isn't it A something? Oh, your R in the A. There was an underline. Text decoration.
Perhaps.
There you go. None.
I think that's...
Add drop shadow behind the yellow text. Yeah, but shadows aren't super inclusive. And if we're going to use that for the URLs, good thinking in other places though. Like if it was our header or our logo, absolutely.
Hey, look at that.
Hey, conferences. Ooh, this is good but wrong. No, wrong. There's no wrong. It's just I'm trying to be as inclusive as I possibly can. I mean, it does work a little bit. I get a pass for 18 points and above or 14 points bold and above, but I really want it to be a little bit better. A little bit.
Right, so we do have a start page. It has speakers, organizers, and attendees. So if I click organizers, sorry, there's nothing here because we haven't built that.
Yeah.
So let's do that next. So let's pop into pages, add dot razor, boom, and another one for attendees. There we go. No, that's not how you spell.
I don't think you can get the yellow. Even if I turn it orange, it needs to be brown. So I think maybe we should just switch the color completely for the light theme.
Or, stay with me, no light theme.
There is that. It's actually better than to have a crappy color. So
I'll take it. Take it.
I know you do. we have different preferences of themes because apparently my eyes doesn't see anything if it's not high contrast, it seems, or at least medium contrast. Yeah, and Jimmy sometimes shows me something on his iPhone and turns out I can't see anything because he's turned down everything. What about a red theme? Contrast all over? Yeah, all the way. That could be.
Let's see here. Where did attendees? So we need to add a page directive to be able to find the attendee page. So page. And I need to find my insert button. There it is.
high contrast all the way. Lights, lights, maximum light settings. Yes. Currently, I have my computer to maximum. Usually, I'm like 50%, but since we have so much lights in here, so Jimmy cannot look at my computer without getting
You have your
lazy.
computer on lunatic speed.
Something like that. Something. Yeah. Not far from the truth.
Organizers. There we go. So let's see here. There we go. An empty page. That's progress.
That is an empty. Jimmy Vampire confirmed. Not confirmed, but he doesn't eat garlic.
I'm allergic to garlic.
Well, so am I. Look at his complexion, or mine.
I burn in the sun.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, he has all the traits, except sparkles, maybe. Vampires don't sparkle. I know, they don't. It hurt me to just joke about it. But we do need to see that Twilight Saga just to see what the fuss is all about.
We will see it after Batman.
After Batman,
We're
yes,
not
of course.
ruining Batman.
Nope. Batman doesn't sparkle either. But it would make a really awesome batsuit, though.
Sparkly batsuit.
Yeah. Not very incognito, maybe.
So we have speakers, organizers, and attendees up and running. Or, well, organizers. Boom.
Organizers.
So let's see if we can get a little bit of data there as well. Let's go into where do we want this? Let's go into conference. Where are you? Data. There it is. I don't even. I mean, it was like last week we did this. I have no recollection of where I was put stuff.
But a vampire that turned into a bat. Yeah.
Longest.
What about room monitors? Well, I unlock my computer when I go from the desk. We have our desks back to back. Well, we sit back to back. So I automatically lock my computer because otherwise Jimmy would be sunburned. Oh, I mean at the conferences. Huh. Most rooms have room monitors at the conference I have been to. Yeah.
So I'm creating a new method, get conferences async. Let's assume that we only want to, so this method says get conference with open call for paper. This one is going to return the conferences that has not yet happened.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. So to call the event start, actually the event end date should be larger than now. And we should order it by start date. No, start end.
That's something else. That's when you fail to even do a conference, I'm guessing.
What is up? Okay, I'll do this one first then. So where event end is daytime only, so we need to convert daytime now to daytime only. So I'm going to go daytime only dot from daytime now. I don't know if there's a better way to do this, but this is the way that I found that works.
Working is good. It should be
So
prioritized.
event start, and we're going to keep the index and count like that. I'm going to save that. There we go. Save. Now, I would imagine that we might want to have like months or something separating it, but for now, I'm going to do it like that.
Or that could be like you do a selection. I want all the conferences that is at least a month away or
Yep.
Similar to that.
So this one is for attendees, I'm thinking. So we're going to go in and get our speaker page. And just going to bring in all of that goodness.
How do you feel like about a dark teal for the light theme?
I'm fine with that.
Yep. Okay. Then I do have a color for you.
So this is, I just copied the one that we had for speakers.
Where you have 2 exclamation points for loading.
And, oops, didn't mean to do that. Just gonna remove that part. Get conferences async. That's what I want to do. And let's remove the exclamation point so you don't get nauseous or whatever. And we're going to go to conferences still. We don't want to show closing in because that's not important here. But what we do want to do, we want to show a date perhaps. So AC dot, no, at C dot. IntelliSense me. Event start.
Only sometime.
So let's rebuild. See what happens. Something went wrong. What did I do?
I do not know.
Let's see what it says. Method something something virtual something something.
Are you sure it says that?
That is the extent of what I am comfortable reading. All right, maybe we need to. Add this to a text because we need to have the data that we're outputting inside of a element. So perhaps this is the problem. Let's see what happens. No.
No? Something failed.
Something failed. Royally.
Why?
So what did I do? What did I do? Is this the one that is broken? Let's try. Let's see what happens. No, it's not that one. It's perhaps this one.
Get conferences async.
Yes, because let's bring that one back. I think that it should work without the text here.
So what was wrong then?
So what I did was that I added a get conferences async, but didn't add it to the interface.
Oh, so it got confused.
Yes. So we need to add it to the interface as well. And remove with open call for paper, like that.
Good catch.
Let's see if we did it correctly. Get conferences async. Yes. So let's build it again. See what happens.
Yay, no errors.
Reload. Did I just build it or Let's do it again.
Come on,
So
babe.
that one was attendees, right? Wasn't that what? Let's go like that. Attendees. And go. There we go.
There you go.
Right.
Oh, okay. So you need to switch the order because again, what did we have? Almost 6,000 items in the database, but only 500 or so was actually usable.
Yeah.
Everything
but
else is.
Let's check this one out, for example.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna click that one. I'm gonna bring in this URL here. Pop in here and let's try and see if I can just do that. There we go.
Okay. So now we're looking at that object in that conference in the database.
Yes. So check the event start. It's
Yeah.
2017
Yeah.
and it's ending in
2022 in May.
So
that's
this is
probably a user group.
Yeah, as you can see, it's meetup.
Yeah.
So the question is how are we supposed to figure out that part?
Yeah, that is a little bit difficult.
What we could do is to
We could go by the event end date.
we did
Okay, that didn't help.
but so the reason why I used event end is that it would be easier to if the event has started, I still want to make it show up. But thinking about it, maybe that's not. I mean,
if the event already started and I'm an attendee, I'm not interested because it's too late to get tickets.
If I'm an organizer,
it doesn't matter because I'm not going.
Agreed.
It's not going to clash with my conference that I'm just starting now to plan.
Let's just go event start bigger. I'm gonna say bigger than, not equals, not bigger or equals, because again, it's the same day.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to find tickets for that.
Yeah.
So let's
At least not easy.
Yeah. So let's see. Did I save it?
I do not know.
I didn't. Let's try it again.
Because your Control S does not work.
There we go.
Yeah.
So the next conference is tomorrow.
Yeah, and this is from a attendee point of view.
Yeah.
And just to start, for in the future, we can probably sort by distance or region or stuff like that.
And I'm thinking in this Azure user group Sweden.
That is a meetup.
The next date. So if we go, if we can check that one out as well. So right now we're not updating anything in the database. We're getting we're just getting the information and leaving it. We're not updating. So if let's say that we are organizing a conference and we're going to change the dates, we're not going to get that update for as it is right now.
Oh, okay.
So if we take a look at our Azure user group here, it's actually okay. It's on Meetup. The event is on Meetup, but the call for paper is on Sessionize. So if we pop in there, you'll see that we have a lot of different dates going on. The next one is in 2 days.
Yeah.
That is the only date we're getting.
Yeah, because it's this is a new feature for Sessionize as well, where you can actually put out call for papers or speakers for meetups as well, where you have a recurring stuff, but you only get the next date.
So one would think that
but their call for speakers is open the year out.
Yeah. So what we could do is to update this every well, every whatever period we want to wait, because when the 16th has come and gone, we're going to get the 30th.
Yeah.
Which is kind of nice that the screen scraping worked out that way.
And for speakers, we could probably check when the call for speakers actually closes, because that is more interesting sometimes than when the event actually is.
Yeah.
Because some people close the call for papers like an hour before, some people a year before. So
I'm thinking as well that when we're talking about speakers, perhaps, I mean, this it's closing in 59 minutes.
Yeah.
But when is it?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking
that's
that
probably interesting to see. Maybe we can have that in next to it, like in parentheses or something.
We need to figure that out somehow. I don't know how. But so did you have a color for me?
Yeah. Do you want the hex number?
You can describe it in dance, perhaps?
Okay, so it's a little bit green.
Let's see here. So that would be the...
For the light theme.
Light theme, that would be this one.
Yeah.
And the accent color.
Yes, exactly. So it should be 005.
005.
E5A.
EA.
No.
Sports.
No, E5A.
E5A. Sports.
What? The extent of our sports information.
People are like, oh, they're playing hockey.
Thank you, Stacy. I thought I was the only one who heard that. It's in the game. I heard that too.
All right, so we changed that one.
Awesome.
So let's pop in here. And there was some kind of magical thing that we could change the... So where was that? That was in... Not the console.
No. In... I don't even remember. Check the lighthouse. They have a lot of oh right, it was somewhere. Like I said, I only have half a brain today. I know very well where this is. How do I not know that now? Do I need to think with my...
Maybe I need to add something. Let's see here. Search rendering. Can it be rendering?
Yes, it's rendering. Thank you.
And somewhere here...
There's media queries right on top.
Here it is.
Yes.
Prefer light theme.
Yes. It did not take. Did you save?
I did. No, maybe not. No, I didn't.
No.
Let's save it.
There you go.
And...
Dark teal. No?
There we go.
Dark teal.
I think it's... I don't think it's popping enough.
No, I don't think... No, I don't. I do not. So I'm guessing we need to go darker, actually.
Darker? Then it's gonna be black.
No. We can't go lighter. That's not an option because we are at contrast ratio 7.4 at the moment. So what we could do is either do a different kind of maybe we should do like a... No, that won't work either. We could try to make it darker. That's something. So you could try 004744.
004744.
4.
4, 7, 4,
Or we
4.
could do some ridiculous. Yeah, you see, it will be closer and closer to.
Did it change?
I don't know.
Have you changed? 005. No, that's still the other one.
Yeah, I think to get the contrast, maybe we can change the
There we go.
color. Yeah.
That's a new one.
So this isn't popping.
That's
Maybe we
too
should.
close to black.
Yeah. But we need
Or
to
brown.
be close to very dark, but maybe we could do like a red or something, but it will still be darker because contrast. Let me see if I can get like a dark cherry color. So check 9C
9C
2D
2D
49. I think it will be
49.
too dark as well. So I think we might need to skip the light theme. But at
like
the same time, I don't want to do that because I know that is not okay.
Okay, you know what? We can come back to that.
Yeah, we
That's
need
what
to
we're
do
gonna
that. I need to work on that one
So let's pop back into our.
because it needs to stand out from the black, and it's hard to do that when it's so dark. When it needs to be that dark. So we need to
So
try
let's
that
go
later.
into our coding off to work here, and
So I know what I will do these few days, day and night.
let's convert everything to an issue.
Oh, there's a picture of a vampire raccoon. Oh, I need to.
There's a what now?
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, I can't copy that because I'm not on Twitch. Are you on Twitch?
Nope, I am not.
I don't think I can get that URL.
But this is good.
Here.
We added a organizer page, an attendee page.
Yeah.
We got a little bit of color. We talked
did,
about
we did.
all the. We removed all the CSS basically, and we talked about all the stuff that I prepared earlier.
Yes, we did do that. We did do that. I can't get to that image. Okay, I need to ask her for that image later. That is what I'm... Oh, yes, I could. There we go. Come on, raccoon, vampire. Okay, so switch. So this is the raccoon. Why are you not zooming? This is the vampire raccoon. That is so sweet.
So tiny teeth.
Yeah. That's cool. That should be your next book cover.
Ooh. I like how you think.
Thank you.
Okay. I think.
Next time I will prepare off stream and try to find a color and see what to do with that one. It's a difficult one unless we change the actual background. So we'll see where we land on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So until the next time.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.